The Grim Knight is a darker, bloodier, and overall more awesome version take on the Batman mythos. He made his first appearance in The Batman Who Laughs Volume 2, Number 1, back in 2019. He comes from the Dark Multiverse, and his initial origin is quite different from what we've initially seen in the comics. It starts out similar enough with a young Bruce Wayne witnessing the brutal murder of his parents Thomas and Martha by the hands of Joe Chill in the iconic Gotham alleyway. However, this is where things would soon change. After the killing, Scumbag Joe must have been a bit clumsier on this earth, for he soon tripped, dropping the gun that killed the Waynes. Frantically looking for Martha's pearls, Chill then looked on at a traumatized Bruce staring at the murder weapon. Joe tells the kid to scram, but this Bruce was not about to give in to the fear. He then picked the gun up and aimed it at Joe, where he told him to shut up and die, and then proceeded to shoot the man multiple times, ending the life of his parents' murderer. Man, this story starts out dark. I can already hear Zack Snyder breathing frantically in the background while reading this as he writes his next idea for a Batman movie. This is right up Zack's crime alley. Getting a taste for blood, this Bruce would then go on a similar journey to his main universe counterpart, where he would train with the world's deadliest assassins to become a living weapon forged to punish Gotham's underworld. Sitting depressed in Wayne Manor, surrounded by a sweet collection of guns and knives, Bruce was then thinking of the type of symbol he would become with his newfound deadly skills. Instead of having to hire a graphic designer to give him cool logo ideas, inspiration would soon strike Bruce when a bat came crashing through his living room window. Wayne then thanked the furry little guy for the idea by blasting it to pieces, declaring to himself that he needed to become a bat. Man, this Batman is unhinged. I think he just needs a hug, guys. Becoming this universe's Batman, this Bruce then spent his first year brutally cleaning up Gotham's crime problem. One of the first major things he did was sneak into a dinner party hosted by the mob and Gotham's corrupt elite, where he proceeded to burn them all to death. Remember guys, barbecue with Batman? Totally not fun. Bruce's reign of terroristic justice would continue, where he then proceeded to kill the Penguin, Black Mask, Killer Croc, and this world's Red Hood, stopping this universe from ever having a Joker. Thinking he had crossed the line, this world's Jim Gordon proposed to the Gotham police that this Batman needed to be stopped. Seemingly applauding the vigilante for doing their jobs for them, Detective Flash countered Gordon's proposal. Ignoring this, Gordon assembled his own team of officers who believed in taking the Batman down. Later on, Jim and his men used the bat signal to lure the hero in. Thinking he was being summoned to brutally kill another baddie, the Dark Knight arrived, only to be double-crossed by the GCPD, who had placed a magnet inside the signal, which pinned the hero to it. Thinking he had finally bagged the bat, Gordon told him that he had record of every murder that he had committed and would unmask the man and bring him into custody. However, just when things were looking up, it was revealed that the officers were equipped with Wayne Tech armor that protected their identities from the likes of Batman. Unaware that the dangerous dude they had just kidnapped was indeed the Wayne behind Wayne Tech, Bruce then overrode the armor, causing it to overheat to the point where the officers' hearts exploded. He then managed to escape from the bat signal, where he then gave Jim a good beatdown, telling him to stay out of his way. During this time, he had even rigged 2 blimps armed with explosives to crash into Arkham Asylum and Blackgate Penitentiary, killing nearly every criminal in the city. Man, one thing about this Batman is, dude definitely manages time efficiently. Grim Knight puts in the work and the hours. This Batman then channeled his inner Elon Musk and surrounded the Earth with Wayne Tech satellites, which monitored and eradicated all known evildoers throughout the city. Wanting Alfred to look on at this supposed masterpiece, our favorite well-dressed British butler refused to take part in this violence any longer, declaring that this is not what Bruce's parents would have wanted. Before he could leave, Bruce then threatened to detonate the bomb that he had placed in Alfred's neck if he tried to bail. Jeez, bro. I mean, I kinda liked you before. But as soon as you lay hands on Alfred, you automatically go in the book of villains who deserve to go to hell. Nobody puts Alfred in the corner. Not caring if he lived or died, Alfred could no longer participate in these heinous acts and made his exodus from Wayne Manor. Having somewhat of a heart for once, Bruce let Alfred live and concentrated his efforts on the whereabouts of Jim Gordon, who had disappeared for weeks. It is then revealed that after being attacked by Batman, Gordon would become somewhat of a recluse and had been living underground. He had connected all the dots from the murders Batman had committed, which all linked back to Wayne Enterprises and ultimately Bruce Wayne. Discovering the identity of Batman, Gordon quickly made his way to Harvey Dent's office, who was mayor in this universe. He still looked like Two-Face because Batman had scarred his face with radiation after he forced him to implement Wayne tech throughout Gotham City. Hey, when bribery doesn't work, there's always good old radiation, right folks? Showing Dent the evidence he had collected, Gordon and the GCPD made their way to Wayne Manor, where they surrounded Bruce Wayne, who showed up looking extra drippy. I mean, come on, the dude is dressed real nice here. Wayne tried to play dumb, but Gordon was not about that life and brought all the paperwork showing proof of him being Batman and even had Alfred on record confirming everything was true. Man, Bruce, see? Show a little mercy to Alfred and the dude rats you out. Can't find any good help these days. Knowing that this was the end of the line, Bruce went to draw his gun on Gordon, but Jim definitely must have been brushing up on some karate skills during his weeks of hiding, for he disarmed Bruce and beat the snot out of him, humiliating the Batman in front of the entire Gotham Police Department. Man, this universe's Gordon is awesome. Jim Gordon for the win, baby! Sometime after being taken into custody, the Grim Knight was then recruited by the Batman Who Laughs as they traveled to the main DC universe, where they worked together to enact their revenge on this world's Jim Gordon and Batman, spreading their violence and fear to all who stood in their way.